Bob, your thoughts on the acquisition of Luke Voit?
Yeah, I think it's a great fit for us. I mean, obviously with Toddy down, it gives us some more production. I've been on the other side of his. Can play a little first, maybe against the left-handed pitching. Talked to Haas about it already. All in. I mean, this just makes us a better team.
Maybe in the outfield as well?
I don't see that at this point. Yeah. Yeah, and we want to keep him healthy too. Last couple years he's had some health issues, I think, with his knee. But his bat's going to play in our lineup for sure.
Safe to say the addition of the DH in the National League allowed this to kind of be possible the way it happened?
Absolutely, yeah. And in the off season, you kind of forecasted this. You felt like it was probably going to go in this direction. So I think there was some thought even before it was official. What are we going to do if it looks like this? And to me, this guy looks like a perfect fit.
How's the rotation coming together? Pretty happy with what you've seen out of the top four guys that you talked about kind of lots?
Yeah, I mean, they threw some, Clev and Musgrove threw to hitters yesterday. A lot of probably early stuff on the backfields is going to be just as important maybe as games. It allows us to maybe not throw as much at guys, and whether it's hitters too, you might not see on day-to-day 3 or 4 guys in the lineup. We're trying to get some backfield at bats for them too. I think early in spring it kind of takes a little bit off of them, and having to go too hard and play too many innings gives you the the feeling that you don't have to rush things. So I mean, you may even see a pitcher early on here throwing on a backfield as opposed to in a game.
How is Chris Paddack taking it? This is a different role for him, having to compete for a spot in the rotation, going from making the roster his first year to opening day starter. How is he taking this process?
I think it's a good thing for him. Young pitchers, you come up through the minor leagues, you have a lot of success, and then at some point in time you don't, and it's how you respond to that. So I think it makes you tougher. I think it makes you dig a little bit deeper, look at maybe some different areas to improve yourself. So I think this is actually a pretty good thing for him and Gore as well. These guys have to come back, and the reputation was high ceiling guys, and things were going easy for them, and you go through a period where you don't, and now you have to fight a little harder. At the end of the day, I think it makes you better.
Bob, a lot of people would consider you guys being a really good team, but to go from that next step from good to great, obviously wins is important, but what are you looking for to take that next step as an organization?
I'm still feeling things out here, but you look at the roster and you look at the starters that we have. You look at the depth in the bullpen that we have. Obviously with Toddy out, it's a bit of a hit, but our rhetoric here has been, look, it's not about one guy. It's not about 26 guys. It's about what you see in almost every team, between like 40 and 50 guys during the course of a season. So I think that allows you to kind of take a step back and say, hey, look, we don't win with just one guy, even though he's one of the premier players in the game. And then when we get him back, it's going to be, it's going to be great for us. So it's just, in the meantime, other guys get to contribute, and I think it makes for a more powerful feeling when you have a lot of guys contributing.
Do you welcome those expectations when you make a move like going out and getting a Luke Voit when you come to manage this ball club? Do you embrace those things?
Absolutely. When you have a payroll like this and you have a lot of big-time players like we do, you should embrace it. And that's what all teams aspire to, is to be in the position that we are with high expectations.
Bob, you mentioned talking to Eric Hosmer when this trade went down. It feels like he has been the brunt of nonstop speculation since spring started, during the offseason. How has he handled
I think he's handled it great. All our conversations have been good. I told him I would communicate with him as far as some additions that we make here. I talked to him before the lockout about what this year might look like. He just wants to win. He couldn't be better, and everything that I've talked to him about, he said, I'm all in for whatever you need me to do.